January 26th, 11 a.m. A sudden emergency situation has arisen at Israel's Nevatim
Several
Air Base.
pilots and soldiers are running towards their fighter jets. No one has a
because
second
one of
to
the world's
waste.
most powerful fighter jets has just flown over the airbase. Everyone knows that they will have to take control of the entire sky before it can fly again for the
After
second
analyzing
time.
for a while, an
But the
officer
real
was
problem
sure
is
that it was
elsewhere.
no ordinary plane.
It was a sophisticated stealth fighter jet made in Russia. And then a question started to swirl in everyone's mind. Why was Russia in Israel's sky? Because the Russian fighter
Then the
plane was
situation
flying
became
near
more
the Israeli
complicated.
port area. This plane is made using stealth technology, which means that it can evade radar. Then the Israeli forces realized that it was Russia's most modern Su-57 fighter jet. It is said that this aircraft can also evade the advanced American AQ radar system. Not only that, it can fly at about 2.5 times the speed of sound and can carry up to 12 tons
Quickly,
of weapons
two of
at
their
a
most
time.
modern
Although
F-35
Iron
fighter
Dome
jets
could
were
not
sent into
detect
the
it
air.
properly, but Israel did not sit
The
still.
F-35
F-35 is a modern fighter jet designed to combat stealth aircraft. But the Su-57
This aircraft has
is no
special
less
sensors
clever.
that
can detect any enemy within 200 kilometers. As a result, the Russian pilot easily understood that two aircraft were approaching him. Immediately, the Su-57
But an
changed its
F-35
position
comes
and
directly
ran
in
towards
front of
the
it.
northern edge of the port area. Usually in such a situation, any plane tries to escape quickly. But the Israeli pilots noticed that the Su-57 fighter is not afraid at all. It is not moving quickly, but it seems that it is moving slowly on purpose. But when the Russian pilot realizes that he is trying to lock him, he does
Although
not
he
waste any
prepares the
time,
missile
and
as
in
a
a
warning
moment,
and
he
starts
takes
to
out a
move
missile
away
from his
quickly.
plane. Meanwhile, the Russian plane can collect a lot of information because the sophisticated sensors on this plane are capable of scanning the enemy's radar,
That is,
defense
flying over the
system,
skies of a
frequency,
country
and military
means that a lot of
information. However,
information
because of
about
taking
that
out the
country is
missile,
passed to
the
it.
sensors can track it relatively well this time. And then a quick decision was made, and there was no time
At the
to
same
wait.
time,
Two missiles rushed towards the Su-57 aircraft. The Russian pilot knew that if he could get out of the port boundary, the incoming missiles would be unable to do anything. But these missiles were sophisticated, and the sensors in them would lock onto the enemy and
once
chase
locked,
them. It was not easy to escape. The Russian pilot understood that if he could not get out of this
Because
lock,
the
danger was certain.
Su-57
had a powerful
But
JY-86
even here, he
jammer.
was
worry-free. This jammer could block any signal within a range of about 47 kilometers around the aircraft. 47 kilometers was a very close distance. If the missile entered that boundary and broke through the jammer, there would be nothing more to do. So the Russian pilot quickly instantly raised the plane steeply upwards and climbed
After
to
a
about
while,
1,000
he suddenly
meters.
brought
The plane down quickly. Due to this sudden change in altitude, the missile's sensors were confused. At this opportunity, the Su-57 quickly
After
went out
this
of range
incident,
and
there
was
was a
able to
huge
escape
stir in the
safely.
world
Political circles. Many analysts say that Russia did this to show its strength. The most mysterious thing is that even after this incident, no official apology has been given by Israel. However, according to analysts, if such incidents continue to occur repeatedly, then questions may arise about the relations between Israel and Russia.